Welcome to the highlights of this Benson Hedges World Series match between New Zealand and South Africa at the WACA ground in Perth. A very important weekend. This is a day-night match between these two teams. And then on Sunday, the Australians will play South Africa. Run rates come into it, so too the winning of the matches. That is the points table in the Benson Hedges World Series. The Australians have 8 from 6 matches. New Zealand 7 from 6. And South Africa, way down there, have to win both their remaining matches, and they have to score pretty quickly as well to get that net run rate in the final column on the right up above New Zealand's. The teams for this clash here today, the New Zealanders, Ken Rutherford, Andrew Jones, and this young great batch, Thompson, Harris, back in the side, the left-hand batsman and all-rounder. Chris Cairns, certain to give a good account of himself here on this fast and bouncy pitch. Tony Blaine, Gavin Larson, Chris Pringle, a hero from Sydney the other evening, Richard de Groen, and Willie Watson is the 12th man for the New Zealanders. South African side, Hansie Cronje, Peter Kirsten and Gary Kirsten. Looks as though they'll be opening for South Africa. Then Jonty Rhodes, Darryl Cullinan, Dave Callaghan, McMillan, Richardson, Matthews, de Villiers and Donald. Richard Snell is the 12th man. The conditions here at the WACA ground, very good. It's warm, around about 32 degrees is promised, and it is a day-night match. We join play now in the first over. It's 0 for 0. Alan Donald is bowling with great pace to Brian Young. Your commentators, Tony Gregg and Sir Richard Hadley.
That one, I think, off the thigh pad. And leg buys will probably be signalled here, so the New Zealanders off the mark.
But Jones made it quite clear that he's quite happy to play some shots. Normally an anchor role as far as New Zealand is concerned, batting in the 3 position, promoted to number 2 today. And so perhaps he's looking to get some quick runs.
Well, big appeal there for LBW. Yes, he's got him. Straight away, Donald has struck. Jones across and in front. Donald looked as if he had that one bang on target. And he has struck here, LBW. Big wicket this is. Jones is a good player.
Yes, well, Andrew Jones has certainly had problems here in Australia on his return. That looked to hit him about off stump. It's not a bad decision, so scores of 9, 6 and 0 since he's returned to Australia. Has been disappointing form for Andrew Jones and, of course, New Zealand. New Zealand lose their first wicket, 1 for 1.
Ken Rutherford, just 28 years of age, hasn't made 101 day internationals yet. This is Donald again. Oh, and that one beats the outside edge too. So a good start for South Africa. 1 for 1. Well, Fanie de Villiers is going to see what he can do from the other end. Just 2 slips for him. There's no gully in there. No forward short neck. No leg gully either. And that's got him. Caught behind. Yes, given out. Well, he didn't want to go, but he certainly has got closer. And that one seemed to me to deflect a long way. Taken very low down. And perhaps out of disappointment he stood around for a while, but Young out caught behind. Have a look.
Yes, we'll certainly have to watch to see what happened there. That ball just held up and beat him outside the off stump. Looks like it was going to go between bat pad, but it really went the other way. So any edge that there might have been must have been very fine indeed. Young not happy. He's gone for 2. And New Zealand struggling at 2 for 3.
Well, Mark Greatbatch is the new batsman, and he really is the danger man. Look at his career strike rate there. He strikes at 72.9 runs per 100 balls faced, and he averages about 30.
And with New Zealand's 2 most experienced batsmen there in Ken Rutherford, the captain, who's done a very good job as captain, and Mark Greatbatch, they must build a very good partnership here.
Oh, it's gone straight up. Who's going to catch this one? It's miles in the air. Hansie Cronje wants it. Will he get it? Oh, he dropped it. I cannot believe it. The man himself has gone and put it down. That went up miles. Where was the wicketkeeper? Hansie Cronje, I think, said, I want it. He came in and dropped it. Well, I can't believe it.
Well, he'll be spitting out there. Greatbatch trying to get down to de Villiers, try and whack him over mid-on. Straight up in the air, went up a long, long time. Cronje appeared to have it, bounced, fell out. Well, that's a disaster for South Africa. Greatbatch lives.
6 overs have been bowled, 2 for 8. Young and Jones out. Greatbatch should have been out. 2 slips, gully. In the air and into where 3rd slip would have been. So that's gone for 4. Rutherford getting a thick edge on that one. Just got 2 slips in position there. They may have to plug that area.
Ken Rutherford certainly favours the cut shot if it's just a little bit wide of the off stump. Quite happy to play it on this occasion. It went very uppish. When you're going to play the cut shot, you want to roll your wrist over the ball so it goes straight down.
In the commentary box, Simon O'Donnell now, and with him is Bill Laurie.
It's 2 for 24. Matthews to continue. Charging, he's got a beauty. It's going all the way over cover. That's 6. Mark Greatbatch at his best.
There, I think he clouded that. Smashed it. The extra bounce assisted. He charged, got a little bit of room, and it departed a long, long way back. And that isn't an easy shot to play. Could not have hit that any better. Take a while to retrieve it too. That is a long boundary. Was hit with an enormous amount of power.
This time he's pulled by the captain, Ken Rutherford, not off the meat of the bat, but it's running down the hill here at the Wacker. Fast outfield, they pick up 3. A very good over for New Zealand. 11 off the over. It's 2 for 35. There's going to be a change at the members' end. McMillan coming into the attack. Thick edge over the top. It's 4 more. Rutherford playing that shot well, putting plenty of bat on that delivery. It was short and wide.
It'll be very important that Hansi Cronje and the South Africans don't panic here. If there's a place to hit boundaries, the best place in the world is probably the Wacker. The ball goes a million miles an hour over the outfield. Generally the wind will assist it in some shape or form. Goes to the boundary very quickly.
That's a very good shot. Brilliant shot. That'll be 4.
That ball absolutely shot across the outfield, and it was just what I was talking about.
Matthews to continue. Right arm over the wicket to the left-hander. It's gone. Good bowling. The angle was there. Thick edge. A vital wicket for South Africa.
Very, very good comeback from Craig Matthews. Just what the doctor ordered, and just shows the character in this South African cricket team. Smash for a 6 the previous over. Bowls an absolute ripper leg cutter, the left-hander. Mark Greatbatch departs, the danger man. They'll all feel a bit easier. Craig Matthews and Hansi Cronje especially will. Cronje dropped that catch earlier. New Zealand 3 for 45.
A little back to you. Yeah, that's the middle there. Shane Thompson taking guard. New Zealand 3 for 45. Greatbatch out for 16. It's quick too, and that jag back a mile and almost run out. Look, what was Thompson doing then? Was he asleep? Jonty nearly got him.
Got a scent of a massacre here, the South Africans, I think. Shane Thompson acknowledging there may be one there, and Johnny Rhodes in like a flash.
3 for 45 as Richie Benaud and Ian Chappell take over the commentary.
Big shout, and he's gone as well. Shane Thompson is out, and Dave Richardson is having a picnic behind the wicket.
Certainly is, and the South Africans, as they did in the Test match in Sydney, are coming from nowhere. They're giving themselves a real good chance in the Spencer and Hedges World Series. Outside edge, Dave Richardson once again, and Hansi Cronje, who may have thought he'd never smile again, has suddenly got a little quirk at the corners of his lips. Shane Thompson, the man out, and it's 4 for 46.
Chris Cairns on strike. Beautifully struck there by Chris Cairns. And that boundary bringing up the 50 for New Zealand.
That's a good shot. Fine cricketer, Chris Cairns.
And that's another boundary. Not quite as convincing as the first ones for Cairns, but still goes down in red figures in the scorebook. 10 runs there to Chris Cairns in fairly quick time. Good save there from Dave Richardson. He's been a very busy man. 3 catches already in the innings, and he's made some saves as well. And that's gone onto the stumps. So the late cut has brought about Ken Rutherford's downfall once again.
He's not going to be very pleased about that when he looks at it on either the quick motion or the slow motion replay. Similar stroke to the way he's been dismissed on 2 other occasions here. Almost did a Chris Broad. And Brian McMillan has broken through once again. 5 down New Zealand now. A terrific effort from the South Africans. 5 for 58.
Chris Harris, who had a real struggle when he came over here as a replacement player during the Test series. In the commentary position now, Simon O'Donnell and Tony Green.
The run rate at the moment is 3.1. We've got 5 of them out, so they're halfway there. It's well played again. And will he dive? No, he won't. Fall in behind it. Big mistake on this ground. See what I mean? Well, Simon O'Donnell would never have done that.
They're even green. The colour of their clothing's green, so no one's really going to notice the grass marks on it. That's something you just cannot do here with this Fremantle doctor. That ball is running away with the breeze, and right there, Fani de Villiers had to commit the body or commit suicide. And he committed suicide, gave away 3 runs. You time the ball and place it right. Boundaries are very easy to come by here at the Wacker.
Oh, he's hit that beautifully, way down towards square leg. Long boundary there, and into the fence it goes. That's one of the very few really loose balls the South Africans have bowled. And Cairns wastes no time. He really got onto that one and pulled it away high over the top of square leg. Oh, and what a shot that is. He has blitzed that through the offside field. In fact, they've stacked the field, taken a slip out and a gully. They've got him everywhere there, and he's absolutely smashed it through the field. 25 overs have been bowled, just 151 balls. Cairns and Harris out there. Callahan is loosening up there. He's about to be brought into the attack. Oh, and is there a big appeal? Yes, he's got him. He's struck. O'Donnell's man has struck. Callahan has taken the wicket the South Africans needed so badly. Just a little nick through to the keeper, and that's the end. So Cairns out for 29 off 29 balls.
That's my boy, and lovely little outswinger like I used to bowl too. Dave Richardson very happy about it. My little mate's very happy about it. Chris Harris, well, he's still out there to try and survive. Chris Cairns ain't there anymore. New Zealand 6 for 84.
So Tony Blaine, who's a real battler for New Zealand, their wicketkeeper, into bat now. His highest score, just 49. Hansi Cronje, whose heart would have sunk when he dropped that high skyer from Great Batch. Eventually, Great Batch was out, caught behind off the bowling of Matthews. In the air, no slip. They deserve it. No slip there. They've got to win this match quickly and comprehensively. And Cronje has decided against a slip, and where's it gone? In that direction exactly.
No slip, mortal sin, especially with the bowler with all the confidence Dave Callahan's got at the moment. He's on fire. No slip, would have gone straight down his throat. Pity for the bowler, and so you should have your hands on your head. I'd be disappointed too.
Six for 93. Hansi Cronje with a slip in place over the wicket. And he beats the outside edge. And some bounce for him as well. In the commentary box now, it's going to be Bill Laurie and Sir Richard Hadley.
Interesting scenario, of course, that if New Zealand get bowled out for around about 125, then the South Africans would need to get their runs in 25 overs, thereabouts, to keep alive in the competition. Very slim chance is that, but when there's life, they're still fighting.
That's a very good hit. It's going to go all the way down to square leg. A couple of bounces into the fence. Cronje just straying onto leg stump with the breeze coming from cover to mid-wicket. That was sweetly timed. It's well struck through the covered region. Beautifully placed. Brings up the 100 for New Zealand.
It's a very strong offside player is Tony Blaine, and New Zealand will be happy to get that 3 figures on the board, because at one time it easily been 3 for about 10.
Matthews with the wicket of Great Batch. Beautifully bowled, big shout, no movement from the batsman. All the field go up, but not out. This is umpire Harbar.
Tony Blaine just pushing down the line of the ball from Matthews, got it very much on target, and certainly the South African fielders were very, very keen. It just looked to be missing, I think. Perhaps his bat was just flicking the pad there.
That's a fraction short, and he gets the medicine. A real treat, but that's 4. Fine shot. Matthews falling for the 3-card trick, then dropping it in short, and Blaine pulled that beautifully, almost through mid-on. It was just a fraction wide of mid-on. A very good shot. It's got the charge. It's a high hit. It may not go for 6, but it's going to run out to the long on or the mid-wicket boundary. It stops dead. 9-9, and they pick up 3. Went very high, no run whatsoever for Tony Blaine. Tony Greig and Richie Beno take up the commentary.
So they're going to bring on Macmillan now to see if he can reverse the situation for them. So they're moving the deep fielder across to mid-off. He's in the foreground down there. In the air and down the ground. It's that padding up business when it was first introduced. Oh, there's a big appeal, and he's been given run out. Well, what a throw that was. Once again, de Villiers into the action. That throw down the non-striker's end. In fact, to the far end it was, and it went flying down there, right over the bails. Off came the bails, and the umpire gave it.
I think Blaine is just raising his eyebrows there and asking, did you give any thought to making the sign of a television screen, Mr. Umpire? Well, it was a wonderful throw. De Villiers has shown us at the stages of this tour that he has a brilliant arm.
Gavin Lawson is the new batsman. So South Africa have managed to break this partnership now as a result of a magnificent throw. Always missed it, and it's running down, but is covered down there at third man. So just 1 run given away. Haven't hit the stumps that often. Shane Warne there getting ready to bowl a few leggies in the nets. Stephen Waugh there as well.
And Alan Border out there, the Australian captain.
Out. He really did miss-hit that one. Straight to wide mid-on. No one behind him. Miles of open territory over the top. But that one has gone straight to mid-on. So Larson is out for 2 off just 12 balls. And so South Africa may still end up bowling the New Zealanders out in less than 50 overs. See there, he was trying to really hit that one over the top, I think. Didn't manage to get it up enough and went straight to fielder. So Larson out for 2. And it's now 8 for 145. Chris Pringle is the new batsman, just 25 years of age, highest score only 22, but he's got a pretty good strike rate, so he doesn't mess around. He's got an average of a mere 8.33. He's on strike at the moment. Macmillan, 3 for 35 his figures. Oh, that nearly got through him right up in the block hole. Just a little inside edge on that one. 8 for 148. Well, this is going to be interesting now because Pringle is going to have to front up to Alan Donald. Oh, yes, there we go. It wasn't quite a Yorker, but those stumps are shattered. They've gone flying all over the place. Bales in the air. And Pringle on his way. All he had to do was get it straight. He did, and that's the end of Pringle.
It was Chris Pringle who bowled that extraordinary over to Bruce Reid a year or so ago down in Hobart, where Bruce Reid was unable to touch any of them, particularly for a run. So Alan Donald breaks through. Pringle out for 1, 9 for 148.
Richard de Groen is the number 11 batsman. He averages 9 now, a strike rate of 60 as well, and the highest score of 7 not out.
Oh, they started badly, New Zealand. They lost 2 early wickets. They've had about 5 good overs, but towards the 33rd over onwards, when Tony Blaine played so well, they did recover well. Harris on strike. Oh, gets an edge. He gets runs as well. Very frustrating for the South Africans. Chris Harris, he's worked the ball at the inside edge, the outside edge, he's missed and survived.
150 comes up for New Zealand. I think that they'd be, well, after the start that they got away to, they'd be reasonably pleased that they've at least given South Africa a bit of a chase. As I mentioned earlier, by getting a tally around about the 160 mark, they're going to force South Africa's hand a little bit, in that South Africa will want to improve that net run rate. So they want to do a fair bit of that in tonight's game against New Zealand, rather than have to wait for the match against Australia.
Gone. Yes, off the rebound. Good effort by Donald. Sharp and straight. Catch was dropped and through to first slip. It took it on the rebound. So they bowled New Zealand out for 150 in the 45th over.
This Alan Donald has bowled pretty well to the tail, knocked over Pringle, and he's got rid of Richard de Groen. And wise move there by the skipper to bring the third slip in. It was the third slip who got the hand on it, knocked it up in the air. Peter Kirsten knocking it to Daryl Cullinan. So Alan Donald, I think, really enjoyed that bowling stint here at the Wacker. South Africa pretty pleased that they bowled New Zealand out for 150. And the fact that they've got them out for 150 and that will be divided by the full 50 overs, that has done some damage to New Zealand's net run rate. Now what South Africa have to do, obviously they've got to win the game, but they've got to get the 151 as quickly as possible to make further improvements on their net run rate.
Well, the New Zealanders have made just a little bit of a mess of everything there. They didn't bat through their 50 overs, and that is a problem. Their card shows they made 150 from just 44.2 overs. They'll be judged on a full 50 overs. That's going to take their net run rate down. Top score there, Tony Blaine, 32. 29 not out to Chris Harris, 29 to Chris Cairns, and 25 to Kenny Rutherford. But he'll be disappointed with that. They really needed to get through the full 50 overs. The South Africans correspondingly will be well pleased. Their bowlers did a good job and they were backed up in the field. Wonderful throw from Fani de Villiers to get Tony Blaine, and Donald bowled very well here today just when he was needed. 8.2 overs, 3 maidens, 3 for 15. A wicket to de Villiers, 1 to Matthews, 3 for 39 to McMillan, and 1 for 15 to Callaghan. So 151 needed by the South Africans, and they will be looking at making the runs within 28 overs to get that net run rate up above the New Zealanders. All-important first 15 overs. Chris Pringle, the bowler. Oh. Well, the batsman is not very keen about that. Reckoned he should have had a wide. I don't know what Bill Laurie thinks about it, but he's in the commentary box, and with him is Simon O'Donnell.
Oh, thank you, Richie. Good evening all. Yes, umpire Daryl Harper, maybe just thinking about the sweets or the pork he had for tea, but that certainly was a wide, the first delivery, not called, so Pringle gets away with 1. An edge, races away, third man will come around quickly. Kirsten hampered by the sore leg, and that's a problem when you play an injured player. There were certainly 2 in it, a misfield as well. Peter Kirsten only game to go for a single. That's a bad start for South Africa. Richard de Groen to take up the attack from the members' end here at the Wacker in Perth.
See Mick Evans tie there. players' clothes fluttering around. That breeze is very strong across the ground.
Good shot, square the wicket. Kirsten very strong in that region. The outfield lightning fast. Pringle giving 110%. Knocks it into the gutter. Great effort by the big man. He's a goer. Threw out the hand, but the ball ricocheted into the gutter.
Chris Pringle was the catalyst of New Zealand win the other night against Australia at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and he just showed why. Never gives up. Really chased that ball as hard as he possibly could, and in the end probably a little worse for wear with a bit of grass off the knee.
Chris Pringle around the wicket to Gary Kirsten. Good shot, beautiful shot, pulling away on the onside. That's 4. Just a fraction short, Pringle. And Kirsten was onto that quickly. It's no wicket for 14. Brown smashed away, backward a point. The run chase is on in earnest now. That's 4 more. This time it's Peter Kirsten hitting on the offside. Gary Kirsten pulled away on the onside. And the first ball from the ground punched backward a point for 4.
Blew across that outfield again. Peter Kirsten, one of his favourite shots, square of the wicket. He absolutely flogged that. There's no chance of anyone cutting it off. Third man tried valiantly, but was absolutely nowhere near it.
Now wicket for 25. Rutherford making a change, being his fastest bowler on. That's Chris Cairns with the Fremantle doctor coming across his shoulder. This will be interesting because Cairns here, when we think back to the test match, 2 early wickets with extra bounce. Well played into the hard turf over the man at Gully. Coming back for 3. And that's probably poor fielding there. There was no desperation with the relay throw. Kirsten picks up 3 runs. That's a nasty one on the helmet. That really took off. That was quick. Gary Kirsten struck on the jaw, I think. In the mouth, is it? That was a nasty do. It wasn't all that short. It was very quick. And he's in a bit of trouble. It seemed to come from nowhere. It's the first time we've seen one take off today. It struck him in the mouth. That's bad luck for Gary Kirsten. He's a courageous cricketer. He looks very seedy.
This one absolutely flew. Look at that. Now, remember Wazza Macgram hit David Boone here a number of years ago off one of the Wacker cracks, and that's definitely hit something that was very much out of the ordinary. It's clubbed him fair square in the gob. That's not very pleasant. Yelch.
He was coming forward too. That was a problem. He wasn't on the back foot. Struck a nasty blow. Maybe the Yorker now from Chris Cairns. He'll probably get him onto the back foot slightly. Very good over. 3 from it, none for 28. Rowan continues from the members' end. It's a big shout. It's the outswing they're appealing for. Very good delivery from Richard Rowan. The ball swinging away with the Fremantle doctor, but not a confident appeal from the man with the gloves.
Have a look at it. Did too much. Not out. 12 and 14 isn't out of the ordinary here in the latter overs. The Wacker is fast outfield.
Oh, he's got the idea. It's a good clean hit. It's going to go all the way for 4. It's no wicket for 35. Richard Hadley and Richie Benaud take up the commentary.
Now wicket for 39. That's against New Zealand, 2 for 18 at the same stage, which was 9 overs. Gavin Larson is going to be the bowler from the members' end. And that's providing no better example of what a class batsman he is. Just struck that perfectly. No great effort in the stroke. Great timing and very good placement. Good shot. That's not a good over for New Zealand. Boundaries, wides, and none for 51.
Welcome back. Well, it's all been happening out here at the Wacker. Have a look at this. Finakafani sent the drinks out to the batsman by way of one of these motorised little toys. It went flying out there, and sure enough, there he is. Thanks very much. And off comes the cap, and then the little car went on its own way. There he is. De Villiers with the controls there. Kirsten being pestered. And eventually went for a little spin around the stumps. I think he was trying to get himself on stump cab. Huge cheer from the crowd. And they just fixed the stumps down the other end, our technicians, and wandered back towards their positions. And so the South Africans having a little bit of fun out there. The 12th man just trotting off the ground there.
Yeah, Richard Snell brought some gloves out, but they didn't go to anybody. I think that was the message. They must have just gone back to check on the arithmetic, I think.
Oh yes, is that out? Yes, I think he is. Good catch too. Trying to paddle that one away nice and fine. I think it may have just nicked his glove. Might have been a bit of bat and glove in it, but a good catch by Blaine, going a long way down the leg side. He's very agile.
Yes, that is a very good catch, because the ball would have been hidden from the keeper's view by the batsman as he plays it there. Well, he might have just got a little bit of a look, but excellent footwork from Tony Blaine put him in position to take that catch. Good work, and Pringle has struck again for New Zealand. Gary Kirsten the man out for 31. It's 1 for 80.
The South African captain, Wessel Johannes Cronje, is out there now. And if ever a captain's knock was required, this is it. He's got a marvellous temperament, done very well with the side since Kepler Wessels was injured. Oh, big appeal. Yes, I think he's out. Bottom edge. Well, he's standing there. The umpire said no. The New Zealanders are really upset about that. It just seemed to me that there was a little deflection down. Cronje has every right to stay his ground. He did, and the umpire said not out.
Well, it was pretty unanimous from behind there. Tony Blaine, you see, was up immediately. First slip also reckoned he'd heard something. The bowler was certainly up. And there was certainly a noise there.
In the commentary box, the lorry, and with him is Richie Bennett.
Richard de Groen coming back into the attack from the members' end, going into the Fremantle doctor. Good workhorse, a good honest bowler. Charge, good straight hit, nearly cleaned up the umpire, but a very good clean hit, the first from Hansi Cronje tonight.
Umpire sees the humour of it, but it was whistling back past him at around about 150 k's. He's hit that very well. Nice evasive action by the umpire.
He's got that one right over the offside. That's always going to be for hitting with the wind. Brings up the 100 for the loss of 1 wicket.
The South Africans are not going to get there to their 151 inside 28 overs. They'll have to settle for the fastest scoring rate they can manage, and then look to the match on Sunday against the Australians.
It's a nasty one. It's the second time. No ball called this time at square leg. That was much shorter than the one that hit Gary Kirsten in the face. Peter Kirsten's okay, but that really took off.
It did take off. It's hit on a crack in the pitch. There's no doubt about that. And it's flown straight back at Kirsten's head.
There's no indications of any crack. Tony Gregg's pitch report. That's one fires off the handle, or the spice. Certainly playing up down that end. That's a good clean hit. One bounce into the fence, hitting against the breeze. Ken Rutherford making a change. Growan is off. He's bringing in the off spinner, Shane Thompson, to try and slow down the run rate. He does. The man's out there. He's under it. And he's dropped it. Now pick up an extra run. Not only dropped the catch, but got out of control.
All sorts of good things have been done by Chris Harris in the field, but even though that was difficult, it might make a big difference to New Zealand.
So he got to it okay, and out she went. This time he's gone straight down the ground. The man coming around from long off. Just the single. Cronier chancing his arm, not quite getting it in the middle of the bat. Chris Harris was there. That was hit basically against the wind. Maybe it died on him, but he got both hands to it, straight through them. Well, that's well struck. Kirsten hitting the ball straight down the ground. They look for two here, surely. Misfield, the pressure's on. That's 50 for Peter Kirsten. What a fine player. Another 50 in the one-day internationals. It's 117 for one. It's a beautiful evening, and the charge is on. And Cronier leading from the front. A fine 50 for Peter Kirsten on his 97 at the Gabba last weekend. Kirsten's in trouble. He's out. Direct hit. Harris makes amends with a direct hit. And that's the end for Peter Kirsten. And Great Batch is down, backing up at cover. A bit happening here. Great Batch taking a long time to get up. His teammates racing over. Maybe it's a knee. And that's the end of Peter Kirsten. Run out for 50. There's the throw from Harris. Kirsten well out. And Great Batch, who was backing up, went down heavily at mid-wicket. It's 2 for 117. So a pretty sight here at the Wacker. Mark Great Batch is in a lot of trouble. Was backing up the throw. Must have twisted an ankle by the look of it.
It could be desperation stakes. This is the throw from Chris Harris. Great fielding. Miles out. There's no interference from ball or anything like that for Great Batch. Batsman is out. Great Batch is out of your picture. And he's on the right-hand side of your picture now.
So it's a big blow for New Zealand for the future games. He looks in a lot of trouble. Mark Great Batch is a big man, a tremendous competitor. The new batsman at the crease now is Jonty Rhodes. Strike rate is 71.9, an average of 28. Joins his captain, who's on 24. Immediately, the speed between the wickets, and that's 5. The first 5 this summer. 4 overthrows. That's what happens. You put the pressure on when Jonty Rhodes comes to the crease.
Well, that wasn't too bad an idea on Cairns' part, because the throw might well have stretched Jonty Rhodes and run him out, but Pringle simply couldn't get across. He's not the fastest of movers in the infield.
I don't see 5 leg byes very often. Jonty was in a bit of strife. There's the throw. Been very close indeed, but no hope for Chris Pringle. And they get 5 leg byes. Nice deflection down fine, and it could go all the way. 4 more. Action at the Wacker.
This is a very nasty little session for New Zealand. Just these last few balls, they've picked up 1 wicket, the run out, but then a 5 and a 4.
2 for 127 South Africa. They needed to win this match in 27.4 overs. That's not going to happen, but it's still going to be a very good performance. Thompson, the bowler. It's well struck. It's wide of the man at long off. To the ground coming around. He knocks it down. They'll come back for 3 on the misfield. It's good clean hitting by the South African captain, Hansie Cronje. Hansie Cronje will be looking to hit him out of the ground here. Hit him straight over the side screen. Oh, reverse sweep. Beautiful. Beautiful. 4 runs.
A brilliant cricket from Cronje.
Exciting young cricketer, this young man, only 24 years of age. This time he hits straight. Grown, no hope at all, 4 more. Not going to get in 27.4, but they're going to be very, very close, Richie.
Won't be far away. This is good cricket, good thinking from Hansie Cronje.
They're going to 2 sixes this over. First sweep in the air and he's gone. Too fancy. Cronje out for 40 of 34 balls with 6 fours.
Latham's man on, the subfielder. Hansie Cronje did the right thing there. He played quite beautifully, knew what the task was, wasn't quite able to do it. And in the end, the reverse sweep has done for him. But a very good effort. Shane Thompson takes the wicket. Hansie Cronje is on his way, 3 for 139. 151 needed.
Daryl Coleman, the new batsman. Very good knock by Hansie Cronje. Picked the wrong ball to play the reverse sweep on. It was too wide. We've got a top edge. Pringle, line-hearted, excellent bowler. 7 overs, 1 for 19. It's a big hit. The man's coming back with the ball. Falls in safely. 2-2 Jonty Rhodes. Three for 141. 10 runs required. 7 wickets in hand. It's in the air. The wicketkeeper will go for this. Tony Blaine, the man to ground's coming in. He's under it. And he's caught it. Good catch. It was high. The wicketkeeper was making ground, but Richard de Ground coming in with the breeze holding it up. Good catch.
Did very well there. A high ball of that kind with the lights on can fix itself in the lights. And de Ground came in very quickly, called for it. Blaine was going for it and having to run sideways. He's caught that well. That's good catch, good cricket. It's 4 for 141.
Callahan on strike. I don't want to just stop though. The hard work's been done by Kirsten. Peter got 50. Kirsten 31 and Hansie Cronje 40. Just 35 balls faced. It's a strange shot, maybe bottom edge, or was it pad? Wait for the call. Leg by. Seen South Africa really lift in this competition after a poor weekend in Brisbane. Struck into the gap at cover. They go through for 2. Misfield. Make that 3. It's poor outfield cricket. It's a beautiful ground here. That's 4 for 148. It's possibly will be the final over. 151 the target for South Africa, but it's Pringle who's bowled very well. 8 overs, 2 for 21. Charge, it's in the air, he's gone. Captain's getting under Rutherford. Yes, another wicket to Pringle. Doing very important balls these. Very important for New Zealand.
They certainly are. The New Zealanders know that they're still in with a chance, not in this match, but in the game where they will play Australia next week and with the net run rate. It's That'll be a key thing. Callaghan, the man, trying to hit down the ground. Pringle is the one coming in with the ball bowling, and Kenny Rutherford taking the catch.
Brian McMillan, the new batsman. It's very good bowling against by Pringle. The third wicket for the lion-hearted Pringle. He has 3 for 21. Very intelligent piece of bowling. Didn't give the batsman any width at all. Was straight at him. A simple catch for the skipper. Cullen on strike. That's a good shot. There's a man out there. It's the single. 5 for 149. 2 runs required. Could be it. And they're happy with a single. Scores a level. 31st over. It's a wide. And that's it. A very good victory by South Africa. Well, what's happening here? They're still staying. I think that's the end of the match. Yes, so finally they awake, but a wide counts for 1 run. So South Africa win in a very good fashion here at the Wacker. They bowled New Zealand out for 150 and 44.2 overs.
5 for 151, the South Africans, so they won easily. 30.3 overs wasn't quite what they wanted. They wanted to get those runs in 27.4, and that then would have put them ahead on the net run rate, just away from the New Zealanders. 50 for Peter Kirsten, 31 for Gary Kirsten. Hansie Cronje, 40 from 35 balls. Then wickets fell in the chase for runs, 5 for 151. The New Zealand bowling figures, Chris Pringle's there again, 8.3 overs, no maiden, 3 for 24 when the bats were flailing out there. And a wicket for Shane Thompson. He had 1 for 19 from 2 overs. Man of the match was Alan Donald, a very good performance from him, quite outstanding. He took 3 for 15 earlier in the day and bowled with great pace here at the Wacker today. Now the points table in the Benson & Hedges World Series, that's the way it stands at the moment. The Australians have 8 from 6 games, New Zealand 7 from 7, and South Africa 5 from 7. And those important run rates are on the right-hand side there. New Zealand still just ahead, minus 0.29 against South Africa's minus 0.37. The game coming up on Sunday is a day match here at the Wacker. It's between South Africa and Australia. It should be a beauty. The South Africans still have to win it to pick up 2 points to go level with New Zealand. For the moment, from the Wacker, it's goodbye.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.